Hey, does anybody have any ideas on how to turn this into a sneaker?
Just add boost.
What's going on, guys? Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the brand new limited edition Adidas Predator Tango 18 Plus, which retails for a mere $200, which actually isn't very cheap at all, so I don't know why I said that. Anyways, you can see it features a laceless upper inspired by, but not exactly like, the Predator 18 Plus soccer cleat, and then obviously a boost midsole that you can also get on the Predator Tango 18.1 TR, which I recently made a video on. We're gonna go over all the details in today's video so you can learn a little bit more about this shoe in the first colorway, which of course is part of the Skystalker pack. So if you wanna learn more about them, including how they fit, feel, and look on feet, please stick around and watch the entire video. And if you're interested in a pair for yourself, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen, or you can click the first link down below in the description. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to get these below their normal $200 retail price. Because this is a limited edition release, how limited, Adidas has never really said. It does come in a special limited collection white drawer style box, which is unnecessarily large, but you get it anyways. And they also include a shoehorn, which is also completely unnecessary because the shoes are really easy to get on because it's just a thin elasticated prime knit upper. But you get it for your $200, and I'd rather have it rather than not get it at all. Let me start off by saying that this is purely made for casual wear. These are not made to actually play in. So if you were planning on ordering them as your next pair of indoor or street soccer shoes, they're simply not made for that. This midsole really doesn't have the structure or stability that you would want from an indoor soccer cleat. It's just made for comfort, for walking around and stuff like that. And the upper is just elasticated prime knit. There is no structure to it whatsoever. So again, the amount of stability and lockdown you're gonna get from something like this is basically zero. If you're buying this shoe, buy it because you want to wear it casually, because that is what it's made for. As far as the look is concerned, to give my brutally honest opinion, when I first saw these in person, I can't say that I love them. I'm of the opinion that this is a little bit weird looking. They've grown on me a little bit over the last couple of days, but for the most part, I can't say that this is my personal favorite soccer-inspired sneaker from the Adidas brand. And they're doing a lot of them these days, most of which I really like. These, I just think they're kind of strange. They're almost a little bit too modern, if you will. I think if they put white Adidas stripes, it maybe would have looked a little bit more normal, but they went with black on black. And I think the thing about this design that I don't love is the fact that it doesn't have the ridge texturing in the forefoot. They just opted for a smooth, elasticated prime knit material that's pretty much solid black with a little bit of gray in there to kind of break it up. So you have the black on black Adidas stripes that are fused on top, and then you're gonna notice on the medial side, it does actually have a little bit of a fused area to give it that texturing, to kind of relate it a little bit more to the Predator soccer cleat, but they don't have it in the forefoot. And I think the ridge texturing in the forefoot toe box area is that defining characteristic of the shoe. It's really the main reason why I think it's a good looking shoe in the first place. When it's completely smooth like this, I just think it looks a little bit weird. Not ugly, but weird. And I guess everyone's gonna have a different opinion on that, but for me, I can't say that I'm in love with the look of this shoe, at least in this Skystalker pack colorway. Maybe in future colorways, that opinion will change, but for this one, again, not my personal favorite, but they do have some defining elements that you would find from the Predator 18 Plus. Of course, the collar itself in terms of the cut and the overall materials. You're also gonna find that the central part right here, as it stretches out, it reveals that bright orange accent color that you also have on the inside of the collar, which is, again, kind of relating back to the actual soccer cleat. You're gonna find a small Adidas logo there in black at the top of the collar at the very, very back. And then you're gonna find this external heel counter here, which is plastic, and it has more of a gold finish versus the more bronze finish that you find on the actual soccer cleat. And it's a much bigger heel counter as well, which I actually would have loved to have seen on the real soccer cleat. They just included a smaller one for whatever reason, probably for the sake of just being less bulky, but this is more so for looks than anything. And then it's got the Predator logo right there embossed at the back, which I do think is a nice little detail. As far as the inside of the shoe is concerned, for those that are wondering, it's got a nice smooth synthetic leather heel liner. Not a lot of structure back there. It might seem like this is really structured, but it's not. And again, the lockdown you get from this is extremely minimal. This is all stretchy, pretty much just a sock attached to a midsole. And the inside, hopefully you guys can see some of the branding right here through there. You can see the Tango logo, and then it just says Boost in gold. The insole is actually just a lining material sitting on top of this Boost midsole. So there really isn't a removable insole. You just sit on top of the Boost, which is not a bad thing at all. Kind of a similar design to what you would find from a pair of Adidas NMDs, which is really how I would describe the feel of this shoe on feet in terms of what this full-length Boost midsole provides. Very, very comfortable, but not really geared towards performance. It's really just for walking around, and for that purpose, it's excellent. I have no complaints about it at all. You're also going to find that it does have this big rubber lip, all of the rubber being black in color, as you guys can see. And you will notice that on the inside of the shoe, there is no extra padding around the edge. So you do feel the hardness of the rubber at the very edge as it kind of goes over top of the toe area. So really it's not an issue unless you get them too small, but we'll talk about that a little bit later during the on-feet portion of the video. And then the bottom, as you can see, it's all solid rubber. Not really any kind of traction pattern because this is not made for running around or anything like that. It's got some cutouts, including the little Y pattern right here that actually mimics the design of the spine that you'd find on the soccer cleat control frame, which is kind of a cool little tie-in to the actual soccer cleat. And again, very, very comfortable, decent flexibility from this as well. And just to walk around, it's tough to beat these in terms of overall comfort, but because it is a casual wear shoe, obviously the styling also plays a huge role. So for me, I personally think they're a little strange looking overall. I'm gonna wear them a few times and see if that grows on me. But for the most part, I think they're a little weird looking, but I'd be curious to hear your opinions down below in the comments. Would you wear these? Why or why not? Because somebody always asks, if you're wondering about the weight of this shoe in a size 9 US, it weighs in at 10.7, 10.8 ounces, which is obviously not super, super light, but it's not really heavy either for a casual wear sneaker, especially one as comfortable as these are. They're made for walking around, and for that particular purpose, they do not feel heavy at all. On feet, these are unsurprisingly very, very comfortable. Again, the Boost midsole on this shoe really reminds me a lot of the NMD. So you have a significant amount of boost under the heel, where I think it has the most bouncy feel to it, whereas the forefoot toe box area, it's still cushioned, but it's definitely a lot more low profile and just thinner in general. But for walking around, these are super, super comfortable in terms of underfoot cushioning. As far as the upper is concerned, it's basically just like the feeling of wearing a pair of socks. It's elasticated, prime knit, super, super soft, moves nicely and wraps your foot really nicely as well. And again, it's just really, really comfortable. As long as you're not running, your heel's not slipping, it's relatively secure inside of the shoe. And for everyday walking around and just wearing them for long periods, they're extremely comfortable, as you would expect, and as they should be, considering that they are $200. As far as the width is concerned, it's got plenty of stretch to it, so these will literally fit pretty much everybody, even if you do have wider feet, so I really wouldn't be concerned about that at all. And as far as sizing is concerned, this pair is a size 9 US, because that's what Adidas sent me. Given a second opportunity, I probably would have gotten a 9.5, like I wore in the Predator Tango 18.1 TR, if you guys saw my video on those. This features the exact same midsole, although these are definitely more comfortable than those because of the prime knit upper just being softer in general. But what you will find is that this rubber lip does come up a little bit higher, so you can feel it against the front of your toes if they are on the smaller side. These are a 9 US, which I would have preferred a 9.5 US, so they're not uncomfortable. I just think that a half size bigger would have been a little bit more comfortable for me because my toe wouldn't necessarily be just brushing the front of this rubber piece that extends up on the toe area. So for the most part, if you like them to fit snug, you can probably get away with going true to size. But if you like them to fit as comfortably as possible, I would personally recommend going a half size up for not only the most comfortable feel, but also the best possible fit. Anyways, guys, that is it for my review. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, you can click the first link down below. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you will find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $200, because while it is limited, they are actually still available. Anyways, any questions, as always, leave them down below, and I definitely will get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. All my social media information, that's linked in the description as well. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching.